Hi, Chris Morris here with another e-learning tip: how to complete backups using Windows Backups. Speaking from personal experience, losing something digitally is terrible. You put a whole lot of time into something, and if you don't take necessary precautions like a backup, things can go missing fairly easily or become corrupt. So it's really important, a very good lesson to learn very early on: thou shalt make backups, and regular backups at that. In this tutorial, I'll take you through using Windows Backup. It's the inbuilt application or backup application within Windows. Pretty much hasn't really evolved much since Windows 95, and I haven't actually seen the backup utility in Vista or Windows 7, but I could imagine it will be fairly similar to XP. Obviously, you have XP on your laptop, so I'll be taking you through how to back up using XP. So, we go to the Start menu, All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, and you can see backup is there. Now, if it's a regular thing that you're doing, it's not a bad idea to right mouse click on that and send that to the desktop create shortcut. So now you can see on my desktop now I have this shortcut to this backup utility. You double click on that, and it starts what is known as the backup or restore wizard. Best to start it in wizard mode because it pretty much guides you through the things necessary to complete a proper backup. So I'm going next, and at this point I want to back up my files and settings. Click next again. You have four options here. The first one, backing up My Documents and Settings. Now that includes everything in the My Documents folder, plus any bookmarks saved in Favorites in Internet Explorer, any files on your desktop, and any cookies that have been generated as a result of going to a particular web page. Cookies are the little files that web pages will often send down to your browser to improve your browsing experience or customize a particular site to the way you like it. So they can be useful, although sometimes they can be a bit of a pain in the backside as well. So we'll use My Documents and Settings for the moment. Just exploring these other options, you can see everyone's documents and settings. So this would be useful maybe on a home computer where a number of people are using the same computer and are logging in as different profiles. You know, that might be their first name, Dad, Mum, Jessica, Peter. What this will do is back up everything on the computer in relation to the My Documents folder. So that's where that would be useful. All the information on the computer will back up pretty much everything on the hard disk, and it creates a recovery disk on CD that could be restored in the case of a major failure, and then you can get right down to dictating exactly what you want to back up by instructing the backup wizard. For the moment, we're going to leave it on My Documents and Settings. So we choose Next. Where do I want to save the backup to? As a general rule, you could save it to a transportable hard disk, and as you know, Year 9 at the school have been given transportable hard disks. In many cases their drives are called eGet drives, that's just the brand. You can see the one that I've bought here, it's a Western Digital Passport F drive, so I'll just double click in that, and you can save just in the root directory of that particular folder. As a general rule, what I'd like to do is call it backup underscore the date. So I'll just put the date in there, the 31st of August 2009, and choose Save, and then select Next. So it tells you exactly what it's going to back up, and you can go Finish, and you can see on the screen it goes through this backup progress window. So whatever is contained in the My Documents folder, that would include my pictures and my music, would be backed up in this backup. If you're an iTunes user and you've pulled in a lot of songs into iTunes, remember they're contained within My Documents, My Music, iTunes, so that will also be backed up in this case as well. So you can see it's busily checking exactly how much space is required to store this particular backup. I'm just going to cancel that at the moment, and it's actually going to start backing up. And you can see that it's just going through calculating exactly how many files there are and creating the backup to my transportable hard disk. So you can see it's happily backing up here, and what it's essentially doing is compressing all the files into one file, and the file extension is .bkf, which is read by this program called Backup Utility. And once that is complete, it will let me know exactly how many files it's backed up and the size of those files as well. Now, if you want to make sure that everything is okay, you can go to the report, and if the backup has failed, it will actually say that. You can see it says the backup has been created at a particular time, so we know it is successful. Thanks for listening to this e-learning tip on using the backup utility within Windows, and just remember, don't forget to back up.